Okay, we're back. Let's see how this goes. What was that? I look around a bit confused. Oh, it was just a dream. That dream... I remember that day. Why was I thinking about it, though? Oh, wait, that's right. I guess the truth does hurt, doesn't it? I guess I fell asleep after Sari forced me to cuddle up with her. I look around and see she's nowhere in sight. I get out of bed and stretch a bit. I'm feeling a lot better now, surprisingly enough. So the idea of you and me being a couple is stupid. So what's with the sudden 180 out of the blue, Sayori? I go downstairs in the hopes of blowing off some steam. I'm surprised that I don't hear anything going on. Sayori doesn't seem to be around here. Maybe she's in the bathroom. Well, I know I'm supposed to stay in bed, but I'm feeling a lot better now compared to this morning. I'm not sure how, but then again, I don't know how I got sick within a day either. I walk up to the door, looking over my shoulder as I do so. I get my shoes on and put my hand on the doorknob. It's unlocked. As I'm turned to the doorknob, I get the sensation of a paper cut in my fingers. Ah! What? Upon further inspection, I see a thin wire covering the doorknob. Did she seriously set a trap for me? Why would she do that? I was so caught up in the moment that I didn't even notice the trap. I can't believe Sarah would be capable of doing that. My blood turns to ice when I hear a familiar voice from behind me.
Howie, where are you going?
Sayori?
You need to rest in bed, Howie. You're not feeling well.
I turn to face Sayori, a very uncomfortable smile plastered on her face and with a hand behind her back. Her voice is kind, and yet her words sound threatening.
Don't worry, Howie. Nurse Sayori is going to take extra good care of you. I promise. After all, I love you so much.
What? Or why did you rig the door, Sayori?
I had to take extra precautions, just in case.
In case of what?
You know you can't leave. We can't have you going all over the place. You need proper rest and relaxation to get better.
This isn't funny, Sayori. You're seriously starting to scare me.
Hey, you know what? Since you're already down here, why don't we enjoy dinner now? I just finished and it's ready for you. You'll eat it, right?
She moves her other hand away from her back, revealing a knife. My eyes are darting around the room, trying to look for some way out. No luck. I get a jolt of realization when she mentions the food. Wait, the soup from yesterday. I only started feeling bad after I had some of that tomato soup. What did you put in there, Sayori? Did you seriously drug me with something?
What are you talking about, Hallie? I made that soup with all the love I can give you. And I'm pretty sure you know that I would never do something like that.
Then how did I get sick out of nowhere?
I don't know.
Well, then, how about you explain to me what I was doing in the basement the other day? Or what? Are you also going to tell me that you don't know anything about that either? Sayori remains silent, trying not to look at my face. I feel like I don't even know you anymore. As if you were not the Sayori that I have known in all my life.
Now you're just being plain silly.
Then why are you acting so strange out of nowhere?
Maybe I just decided to stop waiting on the sidelines while you chat up the other girls. Did you think about that?
Ugh. You know what? I don't have to keep listening to you. I'll be back when you decide to go back to normal. I turn around, once again faced with the rigged doorknob. I end up trying to force the door open, doing my best to ignore the pain searing through my hand. Just as I get it open, Sayori shoves me out of the way and blocks the door with her arms spread out. Why don't you just leave me alone? This isn't your house. It's mine.
I worked so hard to get our food ready, Hallie. I made it just for you. I filled it with all the love I can give you. I can't take care of you if you don't listen to me. Why are you trying to get away? Why won't you eat my delicious food?
The chicken soup might have been okay, and the salmon meal was appetizing, but how do I know you didn't do anything to this food as well? Did she give him chicken soup? I remember the tomato soup, I don't remember the chicken soup.
How could you even say that?
Hello? I hold up the hand I held the door with, riddled with many cuts. With my good hand, I point to the door. She looks over at the doorknob at her side. I then point at the knife in her hand. Would a sane person go waving a knife around at someone they love?
Only if they were misbehaving like you are right now. I need this for protection, too.
Uh-huh. Now, tell me, what kind of sane person rigs a door with barbed wire?
Someone who has something they want to keep safe from the world. Besides, I can't have you talking to other women, Hallie. Not when you already have the perfect loving girlfriend waiting for you at home.
This isn't keeping me safe, Sayori. You know, you sounded a lot more confident before about our love. Now you're worried I'm going to look at other women? That doesn't sound like you have much faith in me. This is no way to start a healthy relationship.
You're my treasure, Holly! Anyone could just waltz right in and try to steal you away from me! Besides, would anyone else know about all the memories we've shared?
Maybe not, but from the moment I ran into you the other morning, I could feel something was wrong about you.
You're just talking nonsense!
Maybe it's nonsense to you, but the Sayori I know gives off a warm, welcoming aura that makes you want to be around her. You, on the other hand, you give off an aura that feels so cold, evil, even.
I am a Sayori!
You're an imposter, that's what you are.
No, you're wrong!
I don't know who you are, but it's time to give it up. As I try to wrestle the knife out of her hands, we're both caught off guard by the sound of the door swinging open and someone yelling while flailing a bat. The fake Sayori, who is still trying to block the door, ended up getting slammed into the wall.
Get away from me! Get away from me! I'm armed, I'm crazy, and I will hurt you!
Am I able to skip this part? We'll see how far it goes. Sayori? Is that you?
Holly! You're okay!
Well, mostly. I hold up my bad hand. As we move closer to each other, a familiar voice rings out from behind the door.
So, it looks like we meet again!
The jig is up. You're not the real Sayori.
Get away from her, Holly!
Give it a rest already. You've lost. Do you know who she is, Sayori?
All time to explain right now!
What's that? What's this conversation? Locked me in a closet. Your room in my room.
You in my room? Oh, okay.
Parts of this change in weird ways.
Don't listen to her, Holly! She's just trying to confuse you! I know if you know which of us is the real Sayori!
You're right. I do know which of you is the real Sayori. I stand by my decision. I accuse you of being the imposter. The imposter Sayori begins to break. Her face goes blank and her arms go limp. The knife clangs to the floor as her hand trembles.
Holly? How could you?
Just from this little display alone, I can tell you right now, the real Sayori would never threaten another person.
I didn't.
Liar. You just said right now that you shouldn't have given Sayori mercy. That you should have properly taken her out of the picture. You failed. You've shown me your true colors, and I know about the terrible things you've done. It's over.
Oh. No.
The imposter Sayori picks the knife back up and rushes over to me, clenching her free hand around my throat.
What have you done to me? After everything we've been through together? I pledged my love to you forever, Holly! What about our happy ending? You get away from him, you scumbag!
Sayori hits the imposter's arm with her bat, forcing her to let go of me. I hear a sickening crunch as she releases me.
Holly, I am not the enemy. Please, let me be your remedy. I can be your everything. Your love. Your companion. Your cure.
I think you've already done quite enough. Ever since yesterday, I felt there was something off about you. Now I can see why. I'm not sure who you are or why you look like Sayori, but I know for a fact you're nothing but a fake.
How could you say that? What about the memories we shared? Wait, what?
I'm not sure how you have her memories, but the real Sayori would never do anything so cruel as to abduct her friends. I don't think she'd keep anyone as a prisoner, either. I know her better than that. Don't think I forgot about how you were trying to gaslight me, either.
I love you, Holly. Would you want me to prove that to you?
She's completely broken now. It seems as though her only reason for living was to fall in love with me, but I've denied her of that. As she prepares to rush at me again, the door slams open again and a pair of arms reach out and restrain her. She drops the knife as she tries to break free.
Oh, I don't think so. Koto! What kept you? You said you'd run in right after me. Yes, but I was only going to when the right opportunity presented itself. Let go of me! Get off!
Koto quickly slides the knife away from the imposter Sayori, right at my feet. I pick it up as Sayori holds up her bat.
You were my hero, Holly! Ever since the first day we met when you saved me from those bullies in the park! Those mean boys wouldn't leave me alone until you came along! I didn't have any friends, but you promised to look out for me after that! Do you know how much that meant to me? How do you know about that? That was between me and Holly!
No more gaslighting me, faker. I don't know who the hell you are, but you're insane. The real Sayori would never trap me in my own house or abduct her friends.
Your time is up and the writing is on the wall for you. Face it, you have nowhere to run, so you might as well stop living in your fantasy world.
No! It's not over! You're wrong!
She shoves herself into the back of the door, causing Kotonoha's head to slam into it. She inadvertently releases her. She rushes at me again, knocking Sayori to the floor and causing her to hit her head. Man, some sound effects would have been really fitting there. She then grabs me by my collar with her good arm. She slams me against the wall. She's got me and she knows it. She keeps a firm grip on my shirt, holding on much tighter now. I end up dropping the knife as she slams me again.
You hurt so much, Hallie. That's how much I love you. So much that it hurts me inside in ways you can't imagine. It's like torture. I'm in agony.
Her voice starts trembling and her eyes begin to water.
To be with you like this, to be able to drive you into a corner and kiss you without a sound, it's like a dream come true for me.
Hey! What are you doing?
You and I belong together, Hallie. I can't bear the thought of losing you. Stop resisting, Hallie. Now, a little less conversation and a little more. That's not what it means to be in love.
We both look to see that Sayori has gotten back up from the floor and seemingly recovered from hitting her head.
It's about having mutual trust and understanding. It's about communication. It's about sharing and compromising. It's also about showering your special person with love and affection, not being so cruel and hurting them. Would you just shut up already? The best love is the kind that awakens the soul and makes us reach for more. The love that plants the fire in our hearts and brings peace to our minds. That's fortune cookie nonsense!
The real Sayori is one of the kindest people I've ever met. She can make friends with strangers. She spreads happiness wherever she goes. She's always there for her friends. She's the most unselfish person there is, unlike you. Sayori's the most beautiful girl I've known, both physically and spiritually. That's something I can never say about you.
Hallie, you mean that?
Of course I do.
Thank you.
Sayori smiles, tears rolling down her cheeks. The imposter Sayori roars with anger, slamming me against the wall again. Heh. Funny. The fact you're so worried about me looking at other women is enough to make me question you, imposter. As Sayori said, it's about trusting your partner. We trust each other more than anyone else in the world. You and I don't have the same level of trust, do we? Sorry to say, but it just wouldn't work out between us.
I am Sayori!
Chill. Yeah, and I'm Ring Bing Carlos. That's why I love Sayori. She understands me and I understand her. She is one of the most important people in my life, and you can't ever replace her, no matter how hard you try. You might look and sound like her, but you'll never have her kind, loving heart.
Hallie. You! Like, won't let you take him away from me!
As the imposter Sayori stares daggers at her, Sayori braces herself with her bat. As it looks like she's about to rush over and take a swing at her, she suddenly pauses with a confused look on her face before closing her eyes. The imposter Sayori and I exchange looks of confusion before Sayori speaks again, not opening her eyes.
No, I don't need to worry about you. You're just the rain clouds on my head, just given a body. I'm not feeling those rain clouds now, so you don't have any power over me. You're not real.
The imposter Sayori drops me and goes to pick up the knife I dropped. She puts a foot to my chest to keep me from moving. Sayori, I think she might be real.
That's fortune cookie nonsense. I am Sayori. I am real.
Sayori, watch out! The fake Sayori releases me and takes off like a demon possessed. Just as the imposter closes in on her, Sayori suddenly opens her eyes and jabs her fist at her. I am amazed when the imposter vanishes into black smoke, the knife clanging to the floor and her discarded clothes falling right after it. Sayori? Did you know that would destroy her?
No,
Then how did you know to do that?
I'm not too sure. Part of it was from you building up my confidence, but I heard a voice.
A voice?